Good morning, friends, and welcome back to our video posts. It's been a couple of weeks. Both Albert, who is the IMS staff person who kind of pulls the levers and switches to make this whole thing happen. He was on vacation 1 week, and I was on vacation last week. So we're both back now. Good to be back with you. Today, I'd like to offer a teaching that can be very helpful in not losing ourselves in the world, whether it's the world of our own mind or the outer world. And that is the teaching that says, in every moment, there are two things happening. There's basically kind of what's happening, or in Buddhism, it's called the object. And then there's that which is knowing what's happening, or knowing the object. Yeah, so the object and then the knowing of the object are the two things that happen every moment. And without mindfulness, it's very common that kind of all of the attention goes to the object. And very little, if any, goes to the fact that the object is being known, that there's actually something not of the object that's knowing it, but is there. And this is often taught in terms of being aware and paying attention to our own inner experience, to thoughts, mind states, emotions. Yeah, so easy for us to just get caught in what's happening, in the thoughts themselves, in the emotions, and not have any awareness of that there's actually something that's knowing them that is not of them. You know, the kind of classic statement that one might hear is, what's knowing the anger is not angry, right? What's knowing the frustration is not frustrated, et cetera, et cetera. And we can actually train in this. We can actually pull back from what's happening. It's not that we stop knowing what's happening, but we give a little bit more attention just to the fact that it's being known, that there's something that's knowing it, and something that's actually not of it that's knowing it. I'll give you an example. And this can sound kind of like esoteric, but it's not. It's very, very practical. Yesterday, I was mowing the lawn, and I haven't been feeling well. I was actually sick most of my vacation. And so as I was mowing the lawn yesterday, I was very tired and did not feel well. And so there was that experience, yeah? There was that bodily experience, because that's the object of the body feeling the way it was, kind of low energy, a little bit achy. And so I noticed that I was kind of caught up in that was taking over my whole attention, just this experience of not feeling great. So then I just kind of said, what if I just be with this? What if I put a little more attention onto that which is knowing this experience? Like, okay, yeah, there's something, there's a presence, yeah, that's here, a knowing that's here, that is not of that experience, it's knowing it. You put a little more attention there, and it was just such a different experience. It's like, oh, this is the experience of mowing the lawn when you don't feel well. Oh, okay, this is what that is. And just inhabiting the place that knows that, the knowing. So the object and the knowing of the object. And, it was transformational. I still felt crappy, but that's not the only thing that was happening. There was also this knowing of it. And it's hard to explain, but those are two very different worlds, when there's just what's happening, and then when there's what's happening with the knowing. And we can rest our attention back a bit more in that knowing. so that they're both happening. And we don't all of a sudden, I didn't all of a sudden just start feeling better. No, I still didn't feel so great. And so we can do this with anything at any moment. And of course, this practice is especially helpful when things are difficult, because that's when we really tend to lose ourselves in experience. Can there be a knowing here? And of course, this is all kind of rests upon the ability to remember to do this, right? To have the wherewithal to go, oh, can I rest back into knowing a little bit, not be carried away completely by what's being known? Yeah. And of course, that takes mindfulness. It takes remembering, sati, to remember to do that. So let's go ahead and do some practice now that will support this mind state and cultivate this mind state of mindfulness. Let's take the position that we're going to do the practice in, that we're going to meditate in. Let your body settle into that position. Let it be as comfortable as possible, as relaxed as possible, but also this sense of uprightness and alertness in the posture as well. Letting the eyes gently come to close if that's how you meditate. And cultivating the intention that the body soften, settle, relax. And right away, just this intention draws the attention to the body. Knowing directly that there is a body sitting here, or if you're standing or laying down at home, there is a body here, and it's known immediately in the moment because it's felt. There's a somatic experience of it. And when we connect with the body in this way, we are being mindful. We are in the present moment, and it's being strengthened. So connecting with the body in this way, maybe where you feel the body in contact with something, chair, floor. Keeping the intention that our attention stay connected to the body, keeping that intention fresh and alive. This is what we're doing right now. This is where we want our attention to be. Not in a real forced, hard way, but just clear that, oh, this is what we're doing right now. Letting the body continue to soften, even a sense of widening or opening. Maybe noticing what sensations we feel at these contact areas. And this helps bring the attention just a little closer to the body. Noticing sensations where the body is contacting something. Noticing sensations where the body is not contacting something. You feel sensations in any other part of your body. Sometimes we can feel the, the aliveness of the body as it manifests, tingling, vibrating, buzzing. And what's important here isn't so much exactly what you feel, but that you feel, that you're connected to the body somatically. Every moment of being connected to the body in this way is a moment of present time awareness, a moment of mindfulness, and a moment of strengthening this mind state. With the attention now, we sometimes say in the body, feeling the body from the inside. We can turn our attention to the fact that the body is breathing. And we know that the body is breathing because of the sensations that we feel. We feel the breath within the body. It's not separate from the body at all. We connect with the rhythmic in and out pattern of sensations, the in and out breathing and the sensations associated with them. Letting the body breathe on its own as much as possible. And this naturally helps the body to relax and calm even more. Now we can bring in our practice right here, even with the body and breath. For the sensations that we're feeling of body and breath, that's the object. And then there's the fact that they are being known. There is a presence, there's something here that's knowing them. And we can kind of tune into that knowing. Not a thing we can point to, more of a sense, feeling of presence. And to the degree that we can connect with this presence, with this knowing, will be to the degree that we don't get lost in what's being known. sensations of body and breath of the object. And the sense of that object being known. Sometimes you hear the instruction, rest in the knowing. Nice to share the quiet of meditation together. Thank you. So why is this important? This being with this knowing quality of the mind. As I mentioned, particularly when things are difficult, we tend to get lost in, the object, in what's happening. Start creating stories about it. The mind proliferates, and this is where so much suffering comes. Just the example with mowing the lawn. Oh, I feel so terrible. I'm never going to get better. Oh, I'm only halfway done. This is going to take forever. And it just starts to ramp up. And again, you can apply this, of course, to any situation. And so we kind of arrest this very strong habit of the mind to proliferate over what's being known. Start making up stories and making it worse than it needs to be. And one of the very good ways to do this, to arrest this habit, is to tune into the presence that's there, that's always here, any moment. This presence, this knowing, that is knowing the object and the knowing of the object. So you can practice that anytime, actually any moment, any waking moment, there's always an object and the knowing of the object. So I wish you well with that. I wish you well with all things today. We will be back on Wednesday. So till then, take good care. Bye.